And we're back! Welcome to another episode of Awesome Stuff Badly with me, Uncle Dr. Ernie. Whew! Boy, it feels like it's been really going badly the last few days. But I stopped and had some snack with my parents, whose condo I am using for my office. And they prayed over me. And I realized, my mom was sharing about how she was getting stressed about a speech she was giving at a local Indian church. And she just prayed, and God gave her a sense of peace, that she was doing what God wanted, and even if everything was going wrong, that's not her problem, it's God's problem, just go with it. And she had a fantastic time, and everyone there had a fantastic time. So I'm just gonna submit to that and receive that, and I'm gonna try something even crazier than what I normally do. Normally we open in prayer, but I feel like I need even more help than that. So I'm gonna try pairing with Jesus today. This is a little weird and a little mystical and possibly borderline nutso. But why not? That's what we're all about here on Awesome Stuff Badly. So Jesus, let me tell you about my code base. So I'm trying to start from God, right? Both because I needed a name for the global object domain at the root of my hierarchy, but also because I'm really trying to wrestle with the questions of what it means to have God in the world. Okay, and I've got this world object, and I'm trying to put all the basic property list functionality in here, and I'm just getting really confused. And specifically, the thing I'm confused about is this, as in the word this. Let me create a test to see what I can find here. We have a world object. I guess we do have a world. Yeah. So this is really under existence here, isn't it? World. It has a self object. Which should be a function. And let's bring up our test suite here. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. And here's the thing. All of my error messages have this weird thing where they have these really complicated functions being passed instead of a normal world object. And is that just the toString function being bizarre? Or is there something else going on here? See? Shouldn't be, because when I do the world toString here, it's fine, right? So all my tests are passing. So what's not passing, or I don't know if this is that world that should fail. Right, there's a fail there, which is good right at the very beginning. Massively so. But if I do this, it still fails because I'm not getting I don't even know what those things are, frankly. Oh. Let's try this first. Does that pass? Okay. here's where things are getting a little wacky. At the very top here, so those all exist. Is world. Yes. Let's get rid of some of these. Let me even see if this is even coherent. Map children of world. Oops, forgot to set my timer. Let's start over again. Okay, the world is there. The label is what's weird. Okay, Jesus, what am I messing up with my labels? World, God, RX doc. You any suggestions? Okay, go with what I was planning to do anyway. First, just check and make sure. World, RX doc. Up, root, RX. Up, label RX. Okay. Something weird is happening in our labels. Am I passing my test still? Wait. Typer, having self. Okay, that's important somehow. Oh, yeah, that's just bad. Okay. Nothing wrong with myself, which is very encouraging. Thank you. Somehow I'm passing in a weird label, and I don't know if that's a minor area or a serious error. I don't know where that label's coming from. Let's try from here. Move. Okay, thank you. It's just that label that's funky, and this really matters. So that was a massive red herring. At least we found out the red herring, right? And okay. Let's get rid of myself. Jesus, isn't that what you always tell us? We must die to ourselves. Okay. Now we're back to the root problem, which is that in here we are getting an array, and draw does not want that. Okay. We are back to our config. Phew. Took us forever to get here. Okay. Mm. Let's extract this. And let's actually just trust that that's working properly here. Okay, we have a mapped dep array, which is wait, are we doing test config even yet? Okay. Clean up log. Okay, Jesus. You and me here now, God. Testing my config, right? The config is here. The world has children, right? Oh, I'm having this happen inside of map. Okay, this is where I got stuck before. Map children, which is back in the world test, so we have to go back over there. What exactly is that error? You know, I do need to go back and look at the world, right? Let me see. Do you have any suggestions before I start diving into this? This is a source array containing cells which are source cells, right? Which is good. This source array is an array containing what? Nothing. Is it just the nothing that's the problem? Okay. Make this more explicit since I'm getting more confused again. Okay, that's probably a good thing to do. Child push, call back child. Artichoke. Not crash. That's good, right? Oh. Okay. I'm not crashing, but I'm not drawing. I guess that's progress. I have an SVG here. Is there more to test config here, or should I be testing draw? There's really nothing else there, is there? Okay. Go with the idea. Sorry, with my daughter's birthday plans there. Okay. Let's pull that out. Okay, and testing drawing. Boy, that was a long digression. Oh, Jesus, help me here. Okay. I'm just going to draw a grid. Let's do a nice simple test here. Huh, it's an interesting question. Test config looks like. What does test draw look like? Breaking anything? Test does not have test draw yet. I'll explain it. This is still test config, right? Okay. It fails. Config is now failing. Is that not failing before? I am full-blown gonzo confused. Excuse me a second. So, not feeling. Why are these things all of a sudden feeling that we're not feeling before? Let's just rebuild everything to make sure. Jesus, you see why this feels so unfair? It's like I get something working, and then as soon as I touch it, it breaks again. As soon as I look away, it breaks again. Wait, why is it drawing? It's drawing the world. Oh, the actual code is drawing? Right, well that's easy enough to fix. Nope. Map children is not what we thought it was. So this is an Rx array, which is a value at 0, and has had happily all the previous times I was testing it. The worst part, as someone said, is that in debugging, it's a murder mystery where you are the villain, where you're the detective and the murderer. So obviously it's my fault, whatever it is that's gone wrong, and the victim all at once. Not entirely unlike the cross, where God was the judge and the victim and the lawyer all rolled up together. Okay. My daughter is there. Thank God for that. So it is a source array. Cells of size 0. Didn't we just go through this exercise? Yes. Why did that not cause problems earlier? You see what I've built with Jesus? This code is just mutating underneath me in perverse ways. I swear, it's not my fault. Yes, we've had this argument before, haven't we? It's always my fault. I can't blame reality. Curse you, reality! Why can't you just be exactly the way I want you to be? Yes, I know we've had that argument many times before as well, Jesus. Okie dokie artichoke. That was a good fix. Unnecessary. Code master. Merge 2. Git branch -d world 2. Okay. Push. It's been a while. Let me just close this because more problems, I suspect. Branch here. Branch -d l. Git branch -d world. Branch -d grid. Draw. Merge master. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Okay, everything's passing. Yay. Let's at least get back to a coherent test suite. And Right. Yay. We've passed nothing. Gotta start somewhere. And the drawing function here. The only way we can access it is by creating an SVG object of some kind. And we'll have to start testing that next episode because we're done for now. I feel like I'm back to where I was Wednesday afternoon, which is progress. Not back to where I was Wednesday morning, but at least my infrastructure is working properly so I can start beating on the drawing code and seeing what it does. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not sure what for, just for everything and for being there. Thanks. See you next time. Thanks for joining me, the rest of you, on Awesome Stuff Badly. And remember, you too can do awesome stuff just as badly as I.